We're approaching one of the most exciting times of the season. That time is a time where players are on the move. Not quite the trade deadline, but man, I'd be lying if I told you guys we were not getting close. The Philadelphia 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Utah Jazz, the LA Clippers, and the Los Angeles Lakers. What is one thing that all of these teams have in common? All of these teams are going to be contending to win an NBA championship at the end of this season. All of these teams want to get better. You know what? My bad. Phoenix, I left you guys off the list. There are more teams that are obviously going to be trying to contend, but I had to name some of the biggest dogs out. I named teams that are not only looking to contend, but also couldn't be any more win now. Well, some of them could, but I'm sure you guys understand where I'm coming from. These are teams that have pushed a lot of their chips towards winning a championship this season, some more than others, but my point remains all the same. When there's buyers, there's typically sellers. I look forward to seeing what teams are going to be selling heading into this trade deadline. So far, it already looks like we have one. They go by the name, the Toronto Raptors. Before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll not want to miss another Get Like Coop video. And that's facts. If you guys are enjoying my content, the chances are you'll enjoy my streams. The link to my stream is going to be in the description below. In that same description, you'll find the link to my football channel. If you like football, be sure to check it out. At the time that I'm making this video, the 76ers are currently the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They have looked flat out dominant during stretches of this season, but this same 76ers team is a team that is not perfect. I talked about teams being win now and how certain teams could not be any more win now. While the 76ers are a team that are pushing all of their chips in right now, all might be an overstatement because this team has a nice blend of young talent, veterans, and stars. The 76ers don't just have one star, they have two. And to be honest, if you said three, I wouldn't have been mad. Anyways, one of their stars is contending for this season's MVP award, and the other star has been flat out dominant on defense. Ben Simmons can guard 1 through 5, and I think saying he can guard 1 through 5 doesn't give him enough credit because he doesn't just guard 1 through 5. He's capable of fully locking down positions 1 through 5. Ben Simmons is a special talent. Ben gets a lot of hate, and I don't agree with any of it. If I was a franchise in the NBA and Ben Simmons was my franchise player, I would be incredibly happy. Why wouldn't I want somebody that's 6'9", guards the other team's best player, and makes everybody around him better? Maybe his jump shot's not there yet, and maybe it'll never be. But that doesn't matter, he's still an amazing player. I've been planning on making a video about the evolution of Ben Simmons. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, drop a comment down below. Joel Embiid's been putting up 30 points this season, 11 boards, he's averaging 3 assists, he's shooting 53% from the field, and he's shooting a career high, 41% from the three-point line. That is by far the highest percentage from the three-point line of Embiid's career. Last season, he shot 33%. The season before that, he shot 30% from the three-point line on 4 threes a game. This season, the volume is down and the free throws are up. You want to know why Embiid is taking less threes this season? It's because he doesn't have to. Say what you want about Daryl Morey, but this guy is an aggressive GM. When he sees a player he wants, he goes out and gets them. He may not be perfect, but he knows how to go out and get talent. The acquisition of Seth Curry for the Philadelphia 76ers might be one of the most slept on acquisitions of this offseason. If you told me the Mavs didn't miss Seth right now and Seth would not be an asset on any team in the NBA, I'd say you were flat out lying. He's shooting 48% from the field and 45% from the three-point line. Seth is playing with Simmons and Embiid. His fit could not get any better. Remember when I told you guys that Daryl Morey typically gets his guy? I know a lot of people are going to be in the comments saying he didn't get Harden. Well, whatever. He had Harden for 8, 5, however many years. Remember when I said Daryl Morey typically gets his guy? I wonder how he feels about Kyle Lowry, because a source is reporting that Kyle Lowry would like to play for Philly. The source indicates that the Sixers and Raptors might be able to get something done, but if it comes to that, Toronto would most likely want some picks, young players, and vets with expiring contracts. Kyle Lowry is averaging 18 points, 6 boards, 7 assists this season. He's shooting 46% from the field, and he's shooting 40% from the three-point line. Kyle Lowry is about to be 35 years old. This guy is 6 feet, if that. The season that he's having isn't getting enough love, but that might be due to the fact that the Toronto Raptors are 16-0 in their last 16 games without Kyle Lowry as of February 22nd. Now, these stats get thrown around a lot. This team is 20-0 without this player. This team is 5-1 without this player. I think that those stats can have some value, but when you're talking about a player that has the impact on the game that Kyle Lowry has, I have to think that that stat has to get thrown out of the window when evaluating how good Kyle Lowry is. But I can understand why this would make the Raptors feel like Kyle Lowry might be somebody that is tradable. This guy is 35. He's about to be 35. That also makes his trade value really tricky. What are you willing to give up for a 35-year-old that's been a star, that's played at a high level, that's been there, that has the veteran experience, but is not on the same timeline as Joel Embiid, as Tobias Harris, as Ben Simmons? Going out and getting Kyle Lowry would be a risky move, but we've seen risky moves in the past pay off big for teams that are trying to win it all. It's not always about how risky a move is either. Sometimes it's the small moves that take teams to another level. It's the slept on acquisitions. It's going out and getting a guy that can block shots or knock down threes or lock down a team's best player. Now, for Raptors fans, I know trading Kyle Lowry is going to be tough by a lot of Raptor fans. He's regarded as the greatest Raptor ever. This guy's a franchise icon, hard to replace what he's brought to this team. That being said, it warms my heart that the Raptors are reportedly looking to do right by Kyle Lowry. They want to send Kyle Lowry to a contender such as the 76ers, the Clippers, or the Heat, who by the way have a lot of work to do, but I wouldn't be shocked to see the Heat contending. In the comments below, let me know what team you guys think could use Kyle Lowry, and if the 76ers did get Lowry, how much does he increase their chances of coming out of the East and taking down the Brooklyn Nets? Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.